Leaders from all across Michigan are gathering on Mackinac Island for the Detroit Regional Chamber's annual Mackinac Policy Conference.
Among them, 7 Action News editorial director Chuck Stokes. Good evening, Chuck.
Good evening, Heather and Stephen. You're right, we're here with the horses, the fudge, and a whole lot of people for the start of the 35th annual Mackinac Conference. And with me are 2 key organizers of this year's conference, Sandy Barua, he is the president and CEO of the Detroit Regional Chamber, and Mark Davidoff. And Mark is the chair of this year's conference. Sandy, let me begin with you. You've got everybody here. What will be the focus this year? What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, there are 3 themes this year, and actually our chair, Mark Davidoff, established the 3 themes. We're looking at cohesion, we're looking at skilled trades, and we're looking at, what was the third one? Urban revitalization. Thank you very much. So those are the 3 themes of this year's conference.
Yeah. Mark, the business community seems to be very much engaged now. There was a time in which you sort of felt as though the politicians were driving the agenda across Michigan, but I would think that a lot of people feel as though the business community has really stepped it up and they may be driving everything. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, I think that's true. I think that we're at a time now, right, we're seeing leadership from the community, from business, and from government together, working in public-private partnership arrangements and really trying to move our state forward. And so I think we haven't seen this sort of coalitions of the leadership in many, many years, and so I think we really have a great opportunity here on the island.
Yeah. In looking over the agenda, it appeared to be very diverse, but do you see 1 or 2 things as sort of the highlights that you hope people back home really pay attention to?
Well, I think this issue of how does the entire state succeed, how do we speak with one voice, is going to be critical, and how do some segments of our society that really aren't participating in the American dream and have access to economic opportunity, how do they too get engaged and part of the economic recovery that we're seeing in all parts of Michigan?
All right, Mark, final question. Transparency has been a big thing for the Mackinac Conference. You want to make sure that everyone at home can see exactly what's happening up here.
Well, they can certainly follow on Detroit Chamber website, and we'll be, at the end of the conference, developing a to-do list, which will keep us honest with regards to what we're going to commit to on the island. And over the next year, we're going to work on that to-do list.
All right, very good. We'll be here all week long with Mark and with Sandy, and we'll be reporting from the historic Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. Back to you in studio.
All right, Chuck, thank you so very much. The weather looks a whole lot nicer there than it does right here.
Much nicer.
All right, Chuck, thanks. All right.